We're back in the Padded Room podcast. My name's Brandon.
Ryan Reagan over here.
We're going to jump right in today. We're not going to waste any time. We're just going to get right to it.
Right to it. We're big Miami Heat fans.
Absolutely.
South Florida with everything. Our hometown Heat lost by 30 in that first game, and it was pretty embarrassing. Then Father Prime steps it up with 28 points, lights it up, get a big win, coming back to Miami tied. You expect that to continue from him?
Absolutely. He looked like it was his second year with LeBron all over again without even needing LeBron. If you look at it, his step back jumper, his fadeaway from the baseline, it was there. And if anybody who watches Dwayne Wade knows, that's Dwayne Wade.
That's his game.
That's vintage Dwayne Wade. You know, post up, fadeaway jumper from the baseline, and he was killing it. And I don't know if you saw this or not either. He was destroying the boards. He was crashing the boards all night.
And did you see who he kind of put it on? He said Kevin Hart was the reason he went off.
Oh, he was sitting baseline that night. Yes, he was.
Sitting baseline, and of course, Kevin Hart probably talking a little shit there.
Oh, of course.
And,
of course.
He was actually Kevin Hart and Allen Iverson right next to one another.
Yes, and that was definitely a hard mix for both of them. They're diehard. You know, AI was the answer for...
One thing that Brandon knows, you guys will all learn, I am a big WWE wrestling fan. I have always been a big wrestling fan. I don't care what people say. I don't care anything about it. I watched WrestleMania. I'm not afraid to admit it. Ronda Rousey is now in WWE kicking ass. Do you think you can ever get the picture of that foot in her face by Holly Holm knocking her out of your head?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You want to know why? Because she beat the hell out of so many other women, right?
For years.
Yeah, so she lost once. That's the issue, is that everybody here talking negatively about Ronda Rousey, whether she doesn't have the greatest coach and this, that, and the third, whatever. She still did what she did with her career, and she did it to the highest level. And every woman, realistically, especially in the mixed martial arts world, should thank her because she paved the way for them to make the money and be on the main card or even headline events. So,
what do you think she'll do for WWE? You think it's just she likes WWE. That's always been something. But
I hope they do the right thing with her. Right now, I don't know if Gio probably throw up a picture. I'm sure you'll throw up a picture up here, but the intro, what she's wearing, that rowdy, it looks like cartoony.
Well, one of the
problems
problems I have with it as being a wrestling fan, she's copying Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
Throw up the two right here.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
gonna see she's wearing a kilt. She's wearing, she basically looks like his persona. Yes. That's her favorite wrestler. Okay, Ric Flair's my favorite wrestler. You don't see me walking around as Ric Flair. But, yeah, exactly.
But
next week I'll bring in my, hey Ryan, love Ric Flair kind of thing I got here.
Dude, I have the funniest story about Ric Flair. I have to tell you. Halloween Horror Nights, Cody, Jesse, myself, I believe that was, maybe Mike Nesmith as well. We literally are at the DoubleTree, right at the entrance of Universal.
Universal there.
We're going for Halloween Horror Nights. I cannot make this up, okay? Facts. He's walking through the lobby, right?
My God.
He looks like he's been on a 3-day bender. Hair is everywhere. He's in a white beater with some short swimming trunks and some slides, okay? We're like, holy crap, it's Ric Flair. What's going on, Rick? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, hey, guys, how you? Very nice. Very nice. And I'm a huge wrestling fan as well. So, seeing Ric Flair, it was holy crap.
That's great.
But he starts walking to the bathroom. And I'm like, okay, we're not following him to the bathroom. Cody Bragg, you know where I'm about to go with this. You're like, I'm going to the bathroom. So somehow we all end up going into the bathroom. I go pee, Cody's going to pee. Rick walks into the stall.
Oh, man.
He let out the most vicious fart and blast of crap I've ever seen in my life. And then Cody Bragg goes, woo! And Ric Flair started to chuckle, and that was the coolest thing. We walked out. It was the grossest, coolest thing I've ever been a part of in my entire life.
Oh man, that's a crazy transition from Ric Flair.
I apologize. I got stories. Bro.
Hey,
I got stories.
Ric Flair ripping a big fart to somebody else who's.
I think there was other stuff.
On to at least my least favorite team, Patriots. What is going on?
You're smashing my heart in Miami. Now you're going to bring up the Patriots.
It's got to happen. But Tom Brady
Why did I bring him on the show?
Tom Brady's saying he cannot commit to playing this year. They just traded Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah. There's Tom Brady, what people have to understand is when an athlete does not have the athlete mentality at all times, he is done. Period. I don't care if you're Tom Brady, Lawrence Taylor, Ronnie Lott. I don't care.
Bigger chance to get hurt.
Exactly.
Everything.
Barry Sanders, perfect example. When his heart and his mind weren't completely 100%
One of the only to do it.
That was it. And you're already having issues with, I forget the trainer's name.
Yeah, the T12, TB12, his whole, whatever.
That little inner circle now.
But with him and Gronkowski now, who also says he might not play anymore.
And the issue is that they've lost trust. They've lost trust in the Patriots doctors and their whole team because they're saying, hey, you're ready to go, you're good for this, you're good for that. And these guys are starting to second guess that. And it's a huge issue.
And I'm starting to have the feeling that it's a little bit of the hard-headedness of Bill Belichick.
1,000%.
He's been with Brady for 18 years. It's his way or the highway.
Yep.
Those teams could have had bigger stars, and they got rid of them because the Belichick way, which has worked for many, many years. But we're in the day and age of coddling people.
Yeah.
Coddling all
not
the
that that's a good thing.
No.
Not that it's a good thing.
It's not a good thing.
No.
But the fact that, I get Gronkowski having injuries and thinking maybe it's time for me to retire. I don't think he gets along with Belichick.
No.
I don't think Brady gets along with Belichick anymore.
No.
They benched Butler.
Yeah.
Butler in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And they got thrown all over.
Yep.
And I think people are questioning the way he runs the team at this point.
Yeah. And it's a different era. And I know that sounds crazy to talk about that. When you have somebody like the Patriots, Robert Kraft, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, it's changing though.
Yeah.
And just like anything else, if you don't adapt, you will get left behind. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Now, to their credit, they're doing huge things like they always do every offseason. I think they have 8 picks in the first 3 rounds. So again, it's going to be another, awesome draft by them.
If Brady comes back and Gronk comes back, they're the team, one of the teams to beat. Yes, they're getting on the old side.
Yeah.
But Belichick's never coddled anybody. And it leads me into Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers,
he got hosed.
And I quote, he's frustrated and emotional.
He got hosed. Think about it. You get rid of his go-to wide receiver.
Yeah.
You haven't given him anything in years. Name the last big name that's come to Green Bay. Even in the draft, name the last big name that just that's on ESPN or anything. You don't. There isn't.
Eddie Lacy was supposed to be the big player.
He should be playing guard.
He
should be playing guard.
Yeah, fat.
But
Eddie.
and I'm fat, so I'm allowed to say that. Fat.
Me too.
But this is the thing. Aaron Rodgers has every right to be mad.
Yeah.
This guy's killing it. He's a perennial quarterback in the NFL, right? He literally has gotten his quarterback coach taken away from him.
Yep.
And his number 1 wide receiver taken away from him.
And replaced with Jimmy Graham, somebody who's had one good year with Seattle since he's been there. Last year he had a great year with Seattle.
The last real legit good year he had was with Drew Brees.
Oh, well. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. But the bottom line is, if you have somebody like a Aaron Rodgers, you have that discussion with him. Whether you go his way or you don't.
It's the same the LeBron factor, Aaron Rodgers, these guys. But to another standpoint, do they deserve it? The owners, the owners are the owners who own $2 billion organizations, and if the owner wants to do something, he has the right to do it.
He definitely does. But you have the epitome of a professional franchise quarterback in Aaron Rodgers, right? So how do you not at least have that conversation with him? Yeah. Now, LeBron will let you know straight up, hey, I'm not happy with what's going on here. Yeah. Make it happen. I want a new coach. I want this. We're not running this. We're not. And things happen. Leave. Yeah, or he'll leave. And he knows that, and he holds that water, and he does that. Aaron Rodgers is nothing but a professional.
Yeah. Very true.
And all you have to do is give him that respect. Whether you go his way or not at that point is completely different. But as long as you have that conversation with him, now at least he felt like he was part of the decision making.
Of course. So huge switch up.
Yeah.
John Cena and Nikki Bella broke up.
John Cena.
Do we even care? Is that even news that John Cena and Nikki Bella broke up? It's been all over the internet, and it's,
Remember how
one
it's-
of those things drives you crazy.
Remember how I was talking about guilty pleasures?
Yeah.
I watched Total Divas with my wife.
I watch it too.
Oh, yes!
I watch it without my wife.
Oh!
Gay!
I win.
My wife thinks it's dumb.
So my wife and I watch Total Divas all the time. And it does bother me because they are, a good athlete couple.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say I'm like, oh my God,
of course.
Like people losing their mind that Channing Tatum and his wife broke up.
God.
I'm not saying that,
Go
but what
watch
I'm saying
Step
is
Up.
it is a surprise. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
it's
all.
a surprise a little bit because John Cena, I watched enough of that show. But he, made it very clear many times that, he didn't want kids. He didn't want to get married. He made her sign a prenup before they were even
married.
just
Yeah.
to move in. Like that's like
Because
if I had a flag.
Yeah. See,
like-
a lot of the times people go, oh, wrestling's fake, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something. You know what's not fake in wrestling, first of all? When you get slammed through a table or hit with a chair, that shit hurts.
You do a
Number
backflip,
one.
you're jumping
Yeah.
off the
You can't fake that. You're still getting hit.
Of
Number
course.
two, that paycheck is as real as it gets.
Yeah.
Like somebody like Brock Lesnar,
He's making millions.
He's making way more money.
Undertaker,
in
one
the
match
UFC.
at WrestleMania for 5 minutes made $1 million.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't tell
Come
me it's
on.
not worth it. So what it is, I think it is that he's just people who don't follow the wrestling world don't understand how big of a superstar he is. Check your his endorsements,
over
his
500
movies.
Make-A-Wish.
Yeah.
I mean, he is the.
He's one of the top 10.
He's basically the
superstars
Rock
in the world.
point 2 or whatever it is.
2.0, whatever.
There you
exactly.
go.
But because he's doing. The Rock kind of paved the way for him,
Yeah,
and The
of
Rock
course.
is still doing his thing, but John's done it earlier,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got the endorsements, he has the movies, he has the commercials, he has, anything you can think of.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is he has a personality. He's not
Yeah,
afraid
yeah,
to
yeah.
be the funny, goofy
You're right.
butt of the joke.
Yep.
So, it's definitely news. It's more so news than some other couples that I've seen break up. But
Okay, now we got our big segment, the Step Up Your Game segment.
Oh, boy.
And this is basically referring to Kawhi Leonard. We both have a big problem with him.
Wow. I have a lot to say with this.
What is going on with him being cleared by the Spurs, being, his whole team needs him. They're down 2-0. They are struggling.
Yeah.
He is their superstar and does not want to play.
Here's the thing. This gets back to that TB12, Tom
Yeah,
Brady,
yeah,
Patriots.
same kinda deal.
When people they lose trust within that organization.
Yeah.
And so for those of you who don't know, what's happening is the medical team doctors for the San Antonio Spurs are clearing Kawhi Leonard.
For quite some time now.
Yeah, for a while. And he's chosen not to play because his team
His
has
personal
said,
doctors, yes.
no, you're not there yet. Now, I can't be mad at Kawhi for that because the bottom line is the same way that these owners take, hey, we're going to do this because it's better for the team, better for the organization, and we're
Yeah.
going to make money. Kawhi's got to do the same thing for his body. But that being said, it looks like Paradise is broken up.
Oh,
Like,
definitely.
when you're not even talking to Greg Popovich,
Yeah. They're saying he's
Popovich
not,
is straight up like not even speaking to. He's like,
Yeah.
ask his team. He's when a coach has that type of reaction. It's
And
that old
Popovich,
saying. Yeah,
I mean-
it's that old saying. When a coach stops yelling at you, that's when you need to worry because they've completely
Yep,
just
they've
they don't
given
care
up.
anymore.
Yep.
That's where Popovich is at right now. Like he had the interview the other day, and he's like, I don't know, ask his team.
Yeah,
he's
you know,
done. He's checked out.
I saw that he doesn't even answer calls,
No.
texts, anything for weeks
No.
at a time.
No.
He's not there at all. I have a problem with it because
Problem with which side of it?
I have a problem with him not playing.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't agree.
Yes.
He's got his own personal doctors. That's fine. You are an employee. You are cleared to come back to work.
yeah.
He is being paid millions and millions of dollars, and he just doesn't care. I believe he doesn't care. He's out the door. Dwayne Wade,
Well, he got his
one
$100 million
one of
contract.
our favorite people, Dwayne Wade, the other day said he's going to the Celtics, no doubt. Next year, he is a Celtic.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that.
They trade Brown and Tatum
Yeah.
to the Spurs.
We have Kyrie.
Spurs get younger.
Yeah.
You get
Celtics
Leonard.
are instantly.
Yes,
instantly
then Leonard has
Eastern
healthy
Conference Finals.
Hayward,
Yep.
Hayward,
Hayward, and
Kyrie,
then Kyrie
and him. And I just think he's done. Little lighten it up a little bit. Some quick hitter stories. We all know Toys R Us closed throughout.
That breaks my damn heart.
Well,
What
you
are-
know, the best thing that's happened to them is 5 people were arrested this week for throwing a massive rave in a Toys R Us. In a Toys R Us in, I think it was South Carolina or one of those towns. But
You gotta
a
be
massive rave.
You got to be a special kind of stupid to do that. But
Then we have Sidney Crosby.
Sid the kid.
He is angry with the Flyers.
Who's not angry with anybody in Philly right now? Who's not?
The Flyers placed photos of Sidney Crosby's face in every single urinal throughout the entire stadium.
That Philly. I swear, I think it goes like somewhere in this hand is Philly,
Yeah.
and somewhere right here is the internet, because they're both undefeated. Like when you talk about the same people who freaking threw batteries and snowballs at Santa Claus, now they're
Now they're peeing on
Sidney Crosby's face. Shout out R. Kelly. But anyway, you know, just nice transition
Oh,
there. But
yeah, great one.
what else do you expect?
Yeah,
That's
it's Philly.
quick hitter.
It's Philly. Lastly, this week, 420. Not talking that way.
You did.
Super Troopers 2
That's what I'm talking
comes
about.
out.
Come on,
420.
Barba.
We're ready. I'll be there. I'll be there.
I'll definitely be there too.
All right, Brandon.
great one.
We got one little thing that I think is, you know, a little random, but maybe a cool thing for everybody out here who knows about All Out. And now you know the Reagan Team Realtors. That's
Yeah.
me here. I just got a brand new baby girl, 1 week old. 1 week
Sophia.
old, Sophia.
Congratulations on
Thank
that
you.
again.
Thank you.
She's
Thank you.
beautiful.
1 week old, and last night at like 2 in the morning. Goodness gracious, I've never seen a baby poop so much in my life. So, we take care of all that. My wife's sitting there, laying, holding the baby. Have you ever played Thumb War with your wife?
Absolutely, I'd play Thumb War with anybody.
Who always wins?
Me?
You.
Yeah.
I have never won Thumb War in my life.
Bro.
Especially against my wife. She has this technique.
Where's
She
that
grabs
buzzer?
my thumb right here and it pops out. I swear to God, it pops out of place and my thumb goes numb. Every single time.
Dude, she's a beast.
Even if I get her, she bam, pops out. I can't even move my thumb. So last night, she's almost dead asleep. This baby's laying on her. I'm holding her hand, being all kind, being a loving husband. And next thing you know, it pops in my head. Oh my God, I can win Thumb
That's your
War
chance.
right now. That's my chance.
Yeah.
I lock hands. I do in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4. I put her thumb down. I'm counting 7, 8, 9. She pulls her hand away, and I look at her.
She knew.
She knew. She
Were you
looked-
talking out loud?
No, I was maybe whispering, but I was in my head. 1, 2, counting. She looks at me. She does. No, like the Kimbe Mutombo right in my face, and I'm like, oh my God, how does she know every time? I can never win Thumb War. I can't.
You ever tried karate chopping her in the throat before you start?
I actually hit her there once. I did.
We're not promoting domestic violence here.
Just to get her, you know, but she still beat me. Popped it out. I'm telling you.
She's
it's
a beast.
unbelievable. But that leads me to my next point. In 4 weeks, 4 weeks, we are having the first ever all-out Thumb War.
Are we really?
We are having it. We're having it.
Can I join it?
You're joining it. I got the little ring. Your thumbs go right in it. 1, 2, and we go to battle.
Oh shit.
The winner, we'll get something. We don't know yet. We just, you know, we think it'd be fun. We're next week after, we'll start putting out the date of when this is happening.
Yeah.
You can come, join, be a quick hitter, some Thumb War, maybe some burgers. We'll keep it light, simple, and the winner, they'll get something.
I don't know what they'll get. Maybe like a free roll of Charmin or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
The fuck? That's gonna be interesting, to say the least. But I'm serious. Not in that way. I want to battle your wife.
So I'm telling
she
you,
already had the baby,
every
so I don't
time,
have to
every
take it easy
time,
on her.
every time, right here. She hits this spot, pops
Yeah.
right out of the socket. I'm telling you.
That's messed up. So last in closing, I think today, Ryan just had his little speech. I have one little guilty pleasure that I'm gonna let you guys in on, and don't tell anybody. Okay? I'm the type of guy that when we go out, if I have to use the bathroom in public, I gotta be honest, I'm using the handicap stall.
No, God!
I'm doing it. and I feel bad, and it's only happened
You
one
feel
time.
bad? I never
feel
feel
bad.
bad.
I can't even use. It's the weirdest psychological conversation I have with myself. I sit there and I go, "Yeah, I'm gonna use it because it's bigger. You have more room. I'm a bigger guy, right?"
Even if you're not, it's
it
just
never,
more comfortable.
yeah, it never fails. People build like the little toilet bowl rolls that your leg is touching. It's just very awkward. I don't even like it. But the whole time I'm in there, after I go in there, all I can think of is I'm going to see a wheelchair roll up, and I'm going to be the biggest ass of all time.
Oh man! Has it ever happened?
One time in Disney, and I felt like a complete
Disney.
ass. Yeah.
That guy's rolling around that park all over the place.
Yep. And he was probably looking for that bathroom for 10 minutes.
Yep.
And I ruined his experience. But
terrible.
I think that's it for today,
That's
man.
it for today.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate it. This was the first run in the Padded Room podcast with myself, Brandon, and Ryan. We'll be back with you next time. Make sure you tune in. This was the first dry one. We hope you liked it.
Have a good one.
Peace.